So, The Miz failed to cash in tonight. His contract to become WWE champion, his Money in the Bank contract that he won from the original winner this year, Otis, after Tucker turned on Otis. But the question obviously people have to ask about, after tonight is, was the Money in the Bank briefcase for the men anyway, if not the Money in the Bank period this year for both men and women, a waste of time? I mean, you have Becky Lynch reward the women's championship to Asuka because she was going to go off and have a baby, which she did have already, and congratulations to her on that. So Asuka winning the women's Money in the Bank just allowed her to have an easy access to be the Raw Women's Champion. And then, of course, Otis wins the way he did with the briefcase falling into his hands. And then WWE obviously didn't know what to do with him. They teased a couple of times that he might cash in, but now they decide, well, Roman's back. We can't have Otis cash in on Roman. That's not going to be believable. So they have him lose to Miz. And then, obviously, today, according to WrestleVotes, they weren't too sure what to do with Miz as far as him cashing in tonight. And I guess they finally decided just to have him cash in and fail in doing so. And my thought and opinion is because of the fact that WWE, had USA get on the butts about what happened on Monday with the very low ratings that they got, probably basically the lowest in the show's history, and probably the lowest since WWE's been back on USA since the mid 2000s. So the question is, obviously, was it a waste this year? Was Money in the Bank a waste this year, and could they have held off? That's the question, both men and women. And I'm hoping we get an answer maybe from WrestleVotes or somebody like Mike Johnson of PW Insider, Brian Alvarez, whoever, can maybe give their own opinionated opinion on whether or not it was a waste. But honestly, yeah, I mean, tonight Miz cashed in during the middle, I think in the first 5-6 minutes of the TLC match between AJ and Drew that opened up the show, and he failed. Basically, he and Morrison did everything they could to win the title for him, but it didn't work. And again, you have to wonder, maybe the reason being is because, according to some people, Miz's Miz TV segment was part of the low viewership, the historic record low viewership this past Monday, and maybe that was the reasoning. Maybe WWE decided that USA would not want Miz as the champion, seeing as though, he doesn't kind of have that, look to him that, cries adult content, which USA wants out of WWE now. They want that, adult content, that kind of violence, adult content, for WWE to apply now to the Raw product. So you have to think, maybe somebody said, Miz doesn't have that look, but Drew does. Obviously, maybe they called up someone at USA that was part of the lashing that they gave WWE, and they said, between, these guys, who do you think you would want as the champ? And they probably said Drew's the guy because he's more badass looking, he's more intimidating, he's more like a guy that fits the direction they want to go in with the more violent, bloody, adult content that they want WWE to present in response to the record low rating last Monday. So you have to wonder, again, was Money in the Bank this year, both men and women, a waste? Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I am out.